Right now, day 2 in the trial of a Green Bay woman accused of murder. What to expect as the trial unfolds.
Plus, Wisconsin set to receive millions in opioid settlement funds. Where that money might go.
And we still have the haze from the smoke from the wildfires. Air quality advisory in effect until noon. It's going to be heating up. We'll talk more about it coming up.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide.
I'm Chris Stanford. Kelly Slifka's got your first warned weather this morning. Did you guys feel the humidity out there?
You can see it, along with the smoke, but the humidity just kind of hanging in the air.
Which is it? We don't know. It's
you
both,
tell us.
actually.
You tell
it's
us.
actually both of them, man. That's what we're going to be dealing with, it looks like, most of this week. Mainly the smoke this morning, but we will start to see that humidity really crank up over the next couple of days. And that means that heat index could be up close to 100. But the air quality is still an issue, unhealthy for most individuals here in south central Wisconsin. This it goes into effect until noon. A little bit of a southerly wind should help at least get rid of it at the surface. We'll still see those hazy skies aloft, some of that smoke from those wildfires, and I don't think we'll get rid of it anytime soon. Temperatures right now, 66 in Madison, 64 in Janesville, 63 in Juneau, 64 right now in the Dells. So it is a mild start to the morning. This is going to be the hottest week of the whole summer season. The heat index could be approaching 100, especially on Thursday. Looks like we do have a pretty good chance of some showers and storms rolling in late tonight, about this time into tomorrow morning, and that should be clearing out, and we will see the hazy conditions due to the smoke, but also due to that humidity going forward. Sunshine this morning, temperatures rising quickly through the 80s, should be up close to 90 this afternoon with partly sunny skies later today. Driving out there this morning, just the hazy skies for the morning commute. No problems as far as any kind of weather concerns other than the sunshine. Looking at hazy skies for the afternoon. We'll talk more about that chance of rain and maybe some pretty good downpours coming through our area tonight. More on that coming up.
Okay, talk then, Kelly. Thank you. The extreme heat and the high pollution levels can double the chance of dying from a heart attack for those at risk. A new study from the American Heart Association shows exposure to extreme weather events like heat waves combined with pollution significantly increases the odds of death by heart attacks. The study looked at over 200,000 heart attack deaths between 2015 and 2020 and found those most at risk are women and those over 80.
Every year, dozens of workers die. Thousands get sick working in extreme heat. Almost 3 in 4 heat sickness deaths happen during the first week of someone's work. So it's important to remember that everyone handles heat differently. Risk factors include obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure. The easiest way to tell when you're experiencing heat stress is by your heart rate. You also have rights when it comes to working in the heat. The first step is to speak up. Check OSHA.gov/heat to read up on what your employer is required to do. 6:02 now. Community members are debating how Dane County should spend settlement money from opioid lawsuits.
Our Shane Hogan is here with what changes they'd like to see. Shane?
Good morning, Chris. County board supervisors say they don't know exactly how much Dane County will get in those settlements, but they do estimate that figure will be around $18 million. The county has already received some of that money. It's being spent on things like education, outreach, and overdose kits that include Narcan, the treatment for an emergency overdose. Now, advocates are asking for more harm reduction programs.
I can't do my job every day without the dollars. And unfortunately, I come and I speak all the time to these things, and sometimes the dollars just don't go where it's needed the most.
Now, you might see some of those funds impacting your child this fall with $250,000 set to go to school-based prevention programs. The Department of Public Instruction is reviewing applications from schools who requested some of that funding. Now, to get a better understanding of this opioid epidemic, let's take a look at some numbers here in Wisconsin and specifically here in Dane County. The Wisconsin Department of Health Services tracks the numbers of deaths due to opioids here in the state. In 2021, which was the latest full year of data available, there were 1,427 deaths across Wisconsin. That's a rate of 24.6 per 100,000. Here in Dane County, it's higher than the statewide average at 26.1, and down in Rock County, even higher at 39.7. Now, to get a full breakdown on the potential spending of that settlement money, you can visit our story that's up right now over on channel3000.com.
Shane Hogan with some really interesting context there. Shane, thank you very much.
6:04 now. Whitewater police say the report of an attempted kidnapping last week was fake. They say the person who made the report came forward and said it wasn't true. The suspect description, therefore, should be disregarded. We don't know whether the person who made that report will face charges. This is all related to that report we told you about. The man tried to pull a girl into his car in Whitewater last Thursday.
We now know the names of the victims in a motorcycle crash in Madison from the weekend. It happened just after dark Friday night. Both 68-year-old Bradley Huve and 20-year-old Alexis Arias were pronounced dead at the scene. Arias hit Huve with his motorcycle on East Wash when Huve was crossing the street during a green light. Witnesses say they saw Arias speeding, driving recklessly down East Wash before the crash. Police say he was likely impaired.
It's the second day of the trial of Taylor Shaw Business. Shaw Business is accused of killing Shad Thyron in February of last year. Thyron's mother testified yesterday, as did her boyfriend. They shared details about the night they found Thyron's head severed in a bucket.
Tara had woken me up and said she thinks she found Shad, her son's, that's how she put it. I found my son's head in a bucket. So I'm dumbfounded. Didn't believe her. Thought she was having a mental issue or something.
Sure.
If jurors find Shaw Business guilty of any charges, they could say she is responsible for the crime or that she was suffering from a mental illness or defect. We'll continue to cover the trial as it develops.
Continuing coverage now on our exclusive coverage on SSM Health's stoppage of its gender-affirming surgeries. News 3 Now's investigative team got community input, with some condemning, others praising the healthcare system's decision. Last week, we broke the story about the Catholic healthcare system stopping its gender transformation surgeries after pressure from the church. Democrats across the state, including Senator Melissa Agard, say it's dangerous and disappointing for trans communities.
SSM Health has made a decision that will cause harm to people within our communities. Not honoring the history and the science of providing medical care and medical treatment to trans people is very concerning to me.
Meanwhile, Republican Representative Barbara Dittrich says she applauds the decision and that SSM Health is brave for remaining in line with their faith's values. District's district does cover parts of Dane County. For more reactions and to see our original report, head to channel3000.com.
Happening today, state lawmakers could sign off on dropping a lawsuit against former President Donald Trump. The state DOJ has already settled with Trump after he threatened to use $8 million meant for Truax Field to fund the border wall with Mexico. The Biden administration ended up halting construction of the wall, so that money was never used. Today, the state's Joint Finance Committee will consider approving the settlement.
The Biden administration is suing Texas Governor Greg Abbott over his recent immigration changes. Abbott recently oversaw installments of these wrecking ball-sized buoys and barbed wire in the Rio Grande. The administration says the barriers raise humanitarian and environmental concerns. In a single week, agents reported finding dozens of migrants with injuries, including broken limbs, even some drownings reported here. Some of the victims were under the age of 1. Governor Abbott says he has every right to use the boundary. He says he's ready to fight the White House. Other Texas lawmakers are also weighing in.
Bumping into that razor wire without being able to see it is just extremely cruel and barbaric.
We can't just wait on the president to solve things. We can't wait for governors to try to fix it themselves. Congress has a role to play in this.
The Biden administration says the barriers aren't needed as border crossings are at a 2-year low. Mexico also lodging an official complaint with the U.S., saying the barriers violate treaties that govern the use of the Rio Grande.
An update now on the hazing case at Northwestern University. 2 more former student athletes have come forward alleging hazing. One, a former volleyball player identified as Jane Doe. The athlete says that she faced bullying, harassment, and retaliation as a member of the women's volleyball team. She was injured in one of those instances. An investigation in 2021 found hazing did occur, and the university canceled 2 games because of it. She says she didn't get to play a single game after it happened.
It is 6:08 on your Tuesday. Coming up in sports, the Packers making a big announcement at the shareholders meeting, whose number is headed up to the rafters.
Good morning, folks. I'm Josh Breiter. Ahead in the 608, we're featuring 2 local chefs and what they're cooking up for Madison Restaurant Week when we come back.
We're busy. I get it. So Stanton Optical works with your schedule. Buy online, pick up in store same day, and get a free fitting. I mean, look at my to-do list. Skip the wait. Get your kids' glasses made the same day, only at Stanton Optical.
What do we always say, son? Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
They only pay for what you need.
That's my boy. Stay off the freeways.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Reviews are very important. It really reflects on how we're handling customers at Precision Door. It's feeling like I'm helping out my neighbor. Quality service quickly from a name you can trust.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. Fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Spectrum helps me run all this easily. Work, bust. Treat dispenser, treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-802-4999 or visit spectrum.com today.
Don't wait until the weekend to enjoy a thick charbroiled steak made to your liking. Make a weeknight steak night at High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. Well worth the short drive to Ridgeway.
Bob's Summer of Savings makes buying new furniture a win-win. You can get my highly rated Fusion bedroom with thoughtful details like a lift-top chest, 6-drawer dresser with beveled mirror, and 2 gorgeous finishes for just $12.99. In store or online today.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit vrapwi.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you.
Okay, guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get 4 lines with unlimited data for just $90 total.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah, it's a huge deal. On top of that, you also get 4 free phones.
4 free phones! Wow, I just triple checked and that's awesome.
So go get that deal. Or at least help me clip. Do you check the expiration dates?
Oh, I can do that.
Great.
4 lines for $90 a month plus 4 free phones. US Cellular, built for us.
At Stanton Optical, you get great value on eye care, including contacts. Right now, get a 1-year supply of AccuView Oasis and an eye exam for only $189. Scan now to book your eye exam. Yay, technology.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
6:12. Let's see what's going on in the 608 this morning.
Josh Breider's here with what's happening for Madison Restaurant Week. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning, guys. Summer Restaurant Week is officially underway, of course. 23 local restaurants participating this time around, and one of those is Amara at Hilldale, which stopped by our News 3 Now studios. Well, joining us this morning is John Nodler of Amara Restaurant. Good morning to you, John.
Good morning.
So Restaurant Week is another big week for you guys. Talk a little bit about what we have on the table here this morning.
Yeah, so for our Restaurant Week, we're offering both lunch and dinner. Our lunch is 3 courses, 1 per person. For dinner, we do a shared experience because it's really how we want people to get into our menu. So on the table this morning, we have our bruschetta, we have our crab and avocado bruschetta, we have our eggplant caponata bruschetta. These are both going to be served with grilled sourdough to share. Over here is our pakri. It's been a long-time favorite pasta since we opened. It's a shredded beef cheek ragu, very rustic, very comforting, very satisfying. And then here is kind of a signature dish for us. This is our house-made porchetta. So it's slow-roasted pork belly wrapped around pork shoulder. On the bottom of the plate is braised white beans, a little bit of giardiniera, and some endives with a little bit of citrus cream to really brighten up the dish.
Oh, it smells good. It looks good. So, talk about Restaurant Week in general for you guys, because you are a newish restaurant. This is really an opportunity for folks to be able to come and maybe give you a try if they haven't been there yet.
Absolutely. The first Restaurant Week back in the winter that we did as a new restaurant was really great for us. It was a great opportunity for exposure for both our lunch and dinner. And for us, yeah, we just really want to showcase what we do every night of the week and every day of the week to the clientele that's coming in for Restaurant Week. So we just stick to our normal format, and we just hope that it gives people that opportunity to try us and enjoy it and come back for any night.
I love how you mentioned the shared experience, because that's what you're all about. And that's what's kind of unique, is it gives you an opportunity for that dinner for 2 to be able to come out and maybe try a couple of different things.
Yeah, we really want people to come in and really create their own experience, whether it's, a single plate at the bar with a drink or, a really nice shared experience with multiple plates on the table. So that's just one way we choose to emphasize for Restaurant Week.
Any personal favorite for you?
For me, I love the porchetta. Like I said, it's kind of a signature. It's been on the menu since we opened. Our staff is is a huge fan of the Pockery, so I think those 2 dishes we'll see really flying out the window during restaurant week. It's a great deal. Leave satisfied and really get to try a good portion of our regular offerings.
Awesome. Well, John, thank you so much. I can't wait to dig in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Restaurant Week runs until Friday. You can check out the menus for yourself right now up on channel3000.com. Boy, mouth-watering stuff there, right?
Ooh, sign me up.
Yeah, great deals. I mean, you're talking about some fantastic restaurants, good prices. Maybe you haven't been to one of these places. Maybe you've always been thinking, like, you know what? I've always wanted to try whatever restaurant. This is the chance to do it.
It
Great
really
deal,
is.
good food. What are you waiting for?
Yeah, I mean, you were talking like, hey, we need a date night. This is a perfect opportunity, right? You can go get a 3-course, like, fancy sit-down dinner. I mean, how often can you go around, even for $80, and be able to have a meal that fantastic?
No way.
It
No
just
way.
does not happen around here.
Great
so.
opportunity.
Yeah,
Josh
support
Breyer.
local.
Thank you very much.
You bet.
Don't forget to reach out to Josh if you have an interesting idea of something going on in your neighborhood. Make sure it's inspirational. That's Josh's thing. He's always looking for that inspiration. If you have an idea, reach out on social media at Just Brighter TV or in the 608 at WISC-TV.com.
6:15. Should be dry if you're hitting the patio for that restaurant week, Kelly, though it'll be hot and humid.
Yeah, definitely going to be heating up over the next couple of days. In fact, this is going to be the hottest week we've had so far this summer. And when we're starting to talk about temperatures in the 90s and added with the humidity, the heat index likely to get close to 100. And I think the hottest day is going to be Thursday when we could be talking about heat exhaustion possible. So that's what we're looking at. So if you have any, if you work outside or if you're going to be out for any duration, do any kind of physical activity, obviously take plenty of breaks, try to stay in the shade and drink plenty of water because that heat index is going to be flirting with 100 degrees going into the later part of the week. Right now, we do have a little bit of haze. That's that smoke from the wildfires. Also, that humidity coming in as well. Expecting that high getting up close to 90. The average now is 82 degrees. Noticing the sunsets now before 8:30. We've got the haze, and that's smoke from the wildfires continuing to create the air quality advisory here in south central Wisconsin. This officially goes into effect until noon. We'll still see the haze going into the afternoon, but enough of a southerly wind should help disperse it, at least at the surface. And we're looking at just smoky skies aloft going into the afternoon, while most of the surface smoke should be out of here later this afternoon. Heat index, though, for the rest of the week, peaking out in the 90s, getting close to 100 throughout the week. Storms late tonight. Pretty good shot for seeing some rain late tonight going into tomorrow morning. This heat will be relatively short-lived for the rest of the week, but by the weekend, you'll definitely notice a change. So try to take advantage of the pool. Looking at temperatures headed up close to 90 this afternoon, plenty of sunshine as well. Now, later on tonight, we're going to be watching a system. We've got this northwest flow, a system moving in by tomorrow morning about this time into about 9, 10 o'clock. We'll have a pretty good shot of seeing some rain passing on through the area, so some beneficial rains expected. So as you plan tomorrow, about this time, as mentioned, we have the best chances of rain up until about 9 o'clock. That'll be the best opportunity of seeing some beneficial rains across the area. 66 right now in Madison, 65 in the Dalles, 64 in Janesville, Juneau at 62 across Dane County. We are looking at temperatures in the middle 60s for most areas. So it is a mild start to our morning. Quiet today as temperatures climb through the 80s. Should be getting very close to 90 this afternoon. Partly sunny skies this afternoon. Later tonight, watch this cluster of storms that'll roll on through, bring us some beneficial rains through tomorrow morning before clearing out later in the morning going into the afternoon. First warm forecast keeps it hot for the rest of the week. 90 today, humidity up there. Temperatures in the upper 60s tonight, low 70s for tomorrow night and Thursday night. There's that pretty good shot for rain late tonight through tomorrow morning. 95, the hottest day of the week on Thursday. Temperatures back off a little bit for the weekend.
After dropping their series with the Braves, the Brewers had another huge 3-game set on their schedule, but this series with the Reds means more because the Crew can extend their half-game lead on them in the NL Central standings. Last time these two teams met, Milwaukee swept Cincy. 6th inning, Brewers down 2-1. Not for long. Sal Frelick changes the score with one big swing. The rookie's first big league bomb ties it up at 2. And then in the 9th, tied at 2, Christian Yelich rips one into the outfield. And check out Blake Perkins. That man can scoot. He slides in for the win. Brewers walk it off 3-2, the final. Monday was the annual shareholders meeting at Lambeau Field, and of course, 2 days ahead of the Green and Gold kicking off their training camp, there was some Aaron Rodgers news. Packers president Mark Murphy called the former quarterback one of the greatest players in the history of the Packers and said the franchise plans to bring him back and retire his number. Rodgers' number 12 would be the 7th number retired by the Packers, the first since Brett Favre's number 4. Dwayne Wade and Travis Diener were back in Milwaukee for 3 days of competition against each other to see who can raise the most funds for youth literacy as a way to pay it forward. The former Marquette Stars' 3-day event is called Champions for Literacy, with the goal to help support reading and writing programs for kids in Milwaukee, something this Golden Eagle duo hopes they'll be remembered by.
Now, me and Travis are on that journey to say, let's continue to do the things together. As you see, our teammates are here as well. And let's see what our next 20 years could be like. What impact can we make in the community of Milwaukee today? We'll still be able to talk about 20 years from now. And hopefully it's something bigger than basketball.
To come back and try to spread, awareness, raise money for something so important, it means a lot. And I think, as you get older, you put things in perspective and you try to pay it forward. And I think that's, kind of the goal here.
And that's it for Morning Sports. Have a great day.
Thanks, Zach. Still ahead, more Packers news as they add a familiar business that'll surely make you cheese.
And as we head to break, a look at gas prices this morning here in Dane County and across the state. Stay with us.
Your digital source for local news and info for 25 years. Channel 3000.
Are you sure about this?
I got this. I watched a video online.
I can't help you with that bruised ego, but I can help you replace this roof safely.
Let the experts at Feldco do the heavy lifting this summer with 30% off roofing and siding. Plus, no money down and no interest until 2025.
20% off Feldco roofing and siding ends Monday. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco. We're reinventing our network
With smarter, more efficient routes, so you can deliver more value to your customers.
Fast, reliable, perfectly orchestrated. The United States Postal Service.
Set summer in motion with the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and the Accord, both with available hybrid powertrains, designed to deliver more thrilling performance and more innovative tech. Make every adventure more electrifying with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Won't you come with me to the Wisconsin? Great state of Wisconsin. State Fair.
There's something for everyone at the Wisconsin State Fair, presented by U.S. Cellular August 3rd through the 13th.
With Nurtec ODT, I can treat a migraine when it strikes and prevent migraine attacks, all in one.
Don't take if allergic to Nurtec. Allergic reactions can occur, even days after using. Most common side effects were nausea, indigestion, and stomach pain.
Ask about Nurtec ODT.
Strawberries, blueberries, and the cherry on top. Fairlife, with 50% more protein, 50% less sugar, and a creamy taste, turns scrumptious into scrumptious. Fairlife, ultra-filtered milk.
Lean back and enjoy the summer savings at the Century House. Right now, get a $100 instant rebate for every $1,000 you spend on any qualifying stressless seating. The more you spend, the more you can save instantly. So furnish an entire room with the most comfortable seating in the world and watch the savings add up. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Welcome back. Whose morning we got today? Linda's sharing a nice female cardinal, if I may go out on a limb.
Wow, you said that with so much confidence.
I'm going out on a limb, pun intended, but I think I'm right. You like that, Chris?
Do birds have limbs? I guess they have.
They sit on limbs, you guys.
They perch on limbs.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I was going body part limb, not tree. Okay.
Oh,
got it?
Sit down.
Everybody score now?
Got it. Everyone's good.
All right.
Nice picture.
My goodness.
Hey, you heard Shane. He's here with the trending story of the day.
Good morning, folks. Yeah, this is a good one here for you Packers fans. The Green and Gold announcing they've officially purchased the company that makes the Cheesehead hats.
That's pretty cool.
Sure, a lot of people out there have one of these laying around somewhere, getting ready, dusting it off for the first game coming up. And
a lot of Brewers fans have those these days.
That too.
Yeah,
that too.
put
Yeah,
some trees on it.
It's the new home run celebration. Well, they bought the company that's based in Milwaukee called Foamation Inc. The Packers say the Cheesehead hats have come to represent Packers fans all over the world, and we're excited to welcome this special brand to the Packers organization. Get this, the Cheesehead got its start all the way back in 1987. Do you guys own one of these?
It's pretty cool. I don't.
I don't think I do, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's collecting dust somewhere. You know, the resale value, though, might be going up right now.
I don't know. I mean, this is pretty cool. I think I wouldn't be surprised if the Packers brand it a little bit, put the logo on there or something.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't touch that piece of cheese.
That's a good point. That is a good point. But you're right, Chris. The Brewers, you know, they've got this going with their home run celebration. It's all over the place.
Hope Foamation got a nice little payday out of the deal.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, don't go anywhere, folks. You have a lot to talk about. Air quality, chance of rain. That's coming up next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Why are there 2 extra seats? I know, Uncle Dane and his giant beard.
The Volkswagen Atlas with best-in-class third-row legroom.
Visit your local Volkswagen dealer for 3.9% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2023 Atlas or Atlas Cross Sport.
Wallersheim Winery and Distillery. The home of Wisconsin's favorite wine and the Wallersheim Old Fashioned. Located in Prairie du Sac and available throughout Wisconsin.
Hi, it's Preston from Window World, your locally owned and nationally known remodeler. Experience customer care and appreciation like you deserve with a family-owned small business located right here in Madison. Let us prove to you that quality and comfort are affordable with a house full of windows starting at $4,800. For the best windows, the best install, and the best price, call Window World today.
Rock back to school at Macy's with 30% off Levi's. Kids tees starting at $10. Plus active gear for a new year. Own your style at Macy's.
We need to talk about Sonobello.
We are getting rid of all of this today.
Ladies, this summer you can cover up or feel confident from head to toe with Sonobello. One visit, permanent fat removal.
Look at this shape. My tummy is gone and my hourglass shape is back.
Wherever there's excess fat, we can remove it. That's what we do all day, every day.
Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good.
I could actually wear a 2-piece after 25 years.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Now, with our Best Bodies summer event, you can schedule your free, no-obligation consultation, plus save $250 off instantly. That's $250 off your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more. Call 1-888-634-9939 or go to sonobello.com.
Sometimes it takes a different approach.
Hey, that's Mrs. Johnson, right? Great.
To see the possibilities all around you.
Almost 10. You gonna have a big birthday party? Right. Are you feeling okay?
With Capella University's game-changing FlexPath format, you can earn your nursing degree without putting life on hold. Imagine your future differently with Capella University.
intuitive sit to start, and the all-electric ID4. It's the little things. It's a VW. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today and get a $7,500 lease bonus on a new 2023 all-electric ID4.
Right now, Madison's latest murder, a family affair who police say is responsible.
We're going to be in a world of hurt.
Plus, the child care funding debate. The governor pushing for a program removed from the state budget.
And here's your first look outside this morning. It's hazy out there, both from the humidity and the smoke we're seeing yet again, Kelly.
Yeah, we still have the air quality advisory in effect for southern Wisconsin. It's a mild start, temperatures in the 60s. We do have some rain in our forecast. More coming up.
Well, good Tuesday morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Leah Lynchine. Thanks for waking up with us. Yeah, a hazy start to your day. It's going to be hot, humid, a little dangerous out there because of the air quality, Kelly.
Yeah, the air quality this morning, we saw it yesterday. Obviously, the smoke causing reduced visibilities and obviously the air quality concerns. And we'll continue that today. But also, we're going to start to crank up the heat. Yeah, it was very warm yesterday. Today is going to be, let's call it hot as temperatures get up very close to 90. Right now, we're starting out at 66, 62 in Juneau. The Dell's at 65, so a mild start to the morning. We have a southerly wind. I think that southerly wind will help out the air quality a little bit going into the afternoon, but it's going to be the hottest weather we've seen so far this summer coming our way this week. That heat index, especially by Thursday, could be above 100 degrees. Looks like the best chance for some showers and storms will come in later on tonight through tomorrow morning. About this time tomorrow morning, we'll have another shot later in the week as well. Looks like the hazy conditions will continue, mainly from the smoke from the wildfires, but also adding into that humidity that'll create some reduced visibilities. Air quality advisory continues up until noon for the wildfire smoke from Madison areas to the east. Once again, that southerly wind will get rid of some of that low-level smoke, but still going to be hazy throughout the afternoon with temperatures climbing up very close to 90 today. So as you plan your day, just count on some heat, quickly rising temperatures through the mid-80s by the noon hour, with the winds picking up out of the south about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Do have a pretty good shot for some rain later tonight into tomorrow morning. We'll time it out for you coming up.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much. Hey, take a look at this new video. This is of storm damage out of Hudson in northern Wisconsin. You can see a roof collapsed here on top of several vehicles. More debris blown out of the building. Thousands were without power, multiple buildings damaged. This is all because of heavy rain, hail, and strong winds in that neck of the woods.
Another concern this morning, the smoke from Canadian wildfires. You're taking a look at the air quality monitor this morning. If severe weather and heat weren't enough, that smoke is back. Madison is in orange or unhealthy for sensitive group. It's expected to stay that way for the next few days.
This is the week you'll want to stay on top of temperatures and heat indices before you make any plans. Stay up to date with our First Warn weather app.
We're learning new information this morning about a deadly shooting on Madison's south side.
Police saying the suspect and the victim are related. Shane Hogan is here with the details. Good morning, Shane.
Good morning, Leah. Police say the suspect and victim were father and son, and that shooting stemmed over an argument over money. They identified the victim as 25-year-old Zachary Shively. When police arrived at the scene on Warner Street Saturday, the 65-year-old suspect was there, and he turned himself in. Madison police spokesperson says he also is cooperating with investigators.
The suspect and the victim did get into an argument over money. That argument then turned physical. At some point during that argument, a weapon was pulled out and a single shot was fired.
Police say the shooting was isolated to just those two involved. However, there was another man at the home at the time of the shooting. The father has not been formally charged, so we are not naming him at this time. He is in Dane County Jail on an unofficial charge of first-degree intentional homicide.
All right, Shane Hogan, thank you for the update. Madison police say that a man's in custody this morning after chasing a group of teenagers with a knife. Officers were called to East Washington Avenue near Festival Foods just after midnight yesterday. The group of teenagers said that they were walking when a man approached them on a bike, tried to fight them, pulled out a knife, then chased and slashed at them. This morning, a 46-year-old man is in custody and is facing charges for disorderly conduct while armed and obstructing.
The Monona Waterfront Makeover is in its beginning stages. At an update meeting last night, Sasaki design team outlined a detailed plan to transform Olin Park, Community Bridge, Lake Lounge, and Law Park. These changes will give more accessibility for fishing, walking, running, biking, and community events. They also aim to improve water flow and filtration in hopes of making Monona a healthier lake.
So what we want to do is create opportunities for the water to fluctuate and have these changes. So the soft edges that you'll see are all very, very intentional, and the hope is that we're starting to set up kind of this new precedent standard of what it would look like along the lakefront.
Here's how you can get involved. The city is asking the community for more suggestions with this design. You can find a link to weigh in over on this story on channel3000.com.
Governor Tony Evers continues to push for expanded child care funding, with federal funding set to expire. At a child care center in Portage, the governor wanted to get the word out that 80,000 children in the state could lose care if the Child Care Counts program expires. Governor Evers had asked the legislature to continue funding this $300 million program, but it was a concession he made during the budget negotiations.
If we don't take seriously what's going to happen to child care in the state of Wisconsin going forward, we're going to be in a world of hurt. This is going to impact employers all across the state of Wisconsin, and the kids are missing out on some really good learning experiences also.
Republicans, meantime, defend the decision to cut the program, saying they did earmark about $100 million to other child care programs. Speaker Voss agrees there's a problem with the child care system, but has said that it's not something the taxpayers should be on the hook for.
New this morning, Wisconsin Republicans are looking at the 2024 election and shifting their tactics to gain more voters. Wisconsin is the first state for a new early voting initiative for the Republican Party. It's being called the Bank Your Vote effort. It hopes to get a leg up on Democrats in the upcoming election. The new campaign encourages voters to cast ballots ahead of Election Day. U.S. Representative Derek Van Orden says educating voters skeptical of early voting is an important factor. Democrats are criticizing the effort after Republican claims of fraud in the 2020 election.
A new report out this morning says your property taxes will go up next year. The average home in Wisconsin, valued at about $250,000 now, will see about a $26 increase on their bill this December. That's according to the Legislative Fiscal Bureau. It's not a significant change, but it gets bigger next year. The average jump next year in 2024 is $150. The Bureau notes that these are statewide estimates. They'll vary widely by county. The increases are based on the impact of the state budget, with more state spending going to education and shared revenue.
We are looking ahead to a summer staple, the return of the Wisconsin State Fair. It's just 10 days away now. It opens next Thursday, August 3rd, with live animal shows, fried food, music, and more. We found a list of new foods offered this year, about 100 of them. Among them, the beer cheese Wisconsin lava cake, a dill pickled donut, and deep-fried red-hot ice cream. You can also get a bug brownie on a stick. That was one of Pam's favorites.
The dill pickle in the donut. I'm not a fan of pickles. Don't ruin a perfectly good donut with
I learn
dill
more about
flavor.
you every morning. First it was the onions.
Onions yesterday.
Hold the onions.
That's pretty much it. The onions and the pickles.
Okay. So you're reaching for the bug on a stick
fine.
Is what I'm hearing here.
I'd rather, yeah, eat the bug, the chocolate, what is it, the brownie bug on the stick?
Yeah.
Yeah, over the dill pickled donut for sure.
Okay.
What about you?
I am a cheese fanatic. So if you're going to give me some sort of cheese lava situation, sign me up.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in that dish.
As Zach Hanley would say.
Put some cheese on it.
Throw some cheese on it. Okay, stay tuned. Maybe we'll try and get some of these on the show. Have Stanford try a dill pickled donut. Coming up. While Stanford heads to the bathroom to puke after that. Coming up after the break, 2 cities in our neck of the woods listed under the top 10 most polluted on Earth.
And we still have the air quality advisories around here, but we do have some rain in our forecast, but it's going to be heating up this week. Well, the first warm forecast coming up.
Plus, we're featuring 2 local chefs in the 608. We'll show you what they're cooking up for Madison Restaurant Week next.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, yes, everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. And that's why they all start dancing. Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Here at Precision, we are veteran-owned, and we take pride in servicing not only our community, but serving our country as well. No job is too big and no job is too small. Here at Precision, we'll fix them all.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Wherever you go, wherever you stay, all you need is one key. Earn and use rewards across Expedia, Hotels.com, and Vrbo.
We're reinventing our network
with smarter, more efficient routes, so you can deliver more value to your customers.
Fast, reliable, perfectly orchestrated. The United States Postal Service.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more. I know it's up for me. And bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on select popular Chevy SUVs when you finance with GM Financial. Plus, make no monthly payments for 90 days. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, yes, everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. And that's why they all start dancing. Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
A season of drought leading to raging wildfire that just can't seem to end.
A large fire in July like that is unusual.
News 3 Now takes you beyond the barometer for a deep dive into the longer than normal fire season and its impact here, Thursday at 6.
News 3 Now is taking action, reaching out to our community to lend a helping hand.
Taking action by teaming with our neighbors and local leaders to help make this amazing community we share a better place to live.
Taking action for South Central Wisconsin. News 3 Now.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back on the Health Watch. GOP lawmakers are launching a new website that promotes legislation for a new nursing license in Wisconsin. QualifiedToHeal.com includes a link to a petition in favor of the APRN Modernization Act. The goal of the bill would allow advanced practice registered nurses to operate clinics without a licensed physician. It would also set up 4 new roles for APRNs. Supporters say it would help address healthcare staffing shortages, but Governor Evers has already vetoed a similar bill. He says it doesn't address issues raised by healthcare professionals.
Smoke from wildfires in Canada has led to at least 2 major U.S. cities being listed in the top 10 most polluted in the world. Chicago is now ranked 8th, Minneapolis 10th. The National Weather Service has issued several air quality alerts for the Midwest, with a new one in Wisconsin right now.
6:42, it is hazy out there this morning because of the wildfires there, Kelly.
Yeah, we still have some of the smoke from the wildfires going to create some of that haze and some of the air quality issues. Primarily this morning, I think we'll get rid of some of the surface smoke going in the afternoon as some southerly winds develop. But that southerly wind is going to bring in the humidity. We're going to be talking about dew points, and this is something that you're really going to want to pay attention to as we go through the rest of the week. Dew points right now are about 63, 64 degrees. Still fairly sticky, but once it gets above 65 to about 70, really starting to fill it. And then once it gets above 70, it becomes oppressive. So that's what we're looking forward going toward going through the rest of the week. I think the peak of the dew points will be coming in on Thursday. That looks like to be the hottest day. This is the dew point right now, 63 in Madison. So it is feeling a little bit sticky. You can definitely feel the humidity out here this morning. Nothing terrible, but once again, that humidity will be increasing going throughout the rest of the week. Temperatures today getting close to 90. The heat index will be in the lower 90s this afternoon with that southerly wind up at around 10 miles per hour. And as we go forward, we are looking at some rain to develop. That'll be coming in later tonight into tomorrow morning. Some folks could see some really good downpours. I'm talking about an inch or 2, while some other folks might only pick up a quarter, maybe a half of an inch. So it's just depending on where those storms start, kind of line up. Right now, our Edgewire sky cam showing a little bit of that haze looking over Lake Mendota at Picnic Point right now. Air quality advisories in effect until noon today. As mentioned, that southerly wind should at least get rid of some of this surface smoke, but we'll still have the hazy skies going into the afternoon. Temperatures, though, continuing to climb with the heat index 90s to around 100 with that chance of storms late tonight through tomorrow morning. That looks like our best opportunity for rain for the next 10 days. We do have some heat relief coming our way for the upcoming weekend. But what we're watching is this storm system right now over North Dakota. That's that storm that's going to dive to the south and east. That'll bring us an opportunity of seeing some rain later on tonight. Meantime, 66 right now in Madison, 64 in Janesville, 61 at Camp Douglas, across Dane County, 66 in Sauk City, and also Cross Plains right now. Mount Horeb sitting at 68. So quickly rising temperatures through the 80s, should be topping out very close to 90 today with partly sunny skies this afternoon. Once again, we'll have some of that haze going into the afternoon. Late tonight, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, we'll watch this cluster of storms roll through southern Wisconsin. Could produce some heavy downpours through the morning commute. And then as we get toward the noon hour, a lot of that should be moving on to our east, and we'll get back into some sunshine. But it's going to be sticky tomorrow after that rain falls. Temperatures around 90, but that heat index in the low to mid 90s. 95, that looks like the peak day on Thursday. That heat index up to about 100, 101. As we go into Fridays, another chance of some showers and storms. Then we cool off just a little bit going into the upcoming weekend.
All right, Kelly Slifka, thank you very much. We appreciate it. It is 6:45. Time to slow things down. See what's happening in the 608 this morning.
Josh Breder's live in studio this morning talking about Summer Restaurant Week. Hey there, Josh.
Hey, guys. Hope you're hungry because we have another feature coming up for you this morning as we're featuring a couple of local chefs and what they're cooking up for Madison Restaurant Week, including our friends over at the Heritage Tavern. Take a look at what they have on the menu. Chef Dan Fox of the Heritage Tavern is joining us this morning. Chef Dan, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yes, so this is a big week for you. Restaurant Week is such a great way for you really to showcase your menu.
It really is. You know, we are kind of a semi-formal fine dining restaurant, so it's a fantastic week to kind of come in and try us out. If you've been there before, fantastic, come back and try us again. But if you've never been, we do many different courses. You can pick and choose throughout each course and kind of create your own experience. And I brought some of the dishes today to kind of go through, but it's a really great way to try Heritage Tavern out and see what we're all about.
I always love the opportunity to be able to try new things because there's so many things, especially on your menu. What specifically do you have here on the table?
So these are some really fun assortments. Cheese and charcuterie. We're kind of known for our meats at Heritage Tavern. We actually raise some of our own animals.
Wow.
Heritage pigs. Yeah, it's really cool. Fox Heritage Farms and Willow Creek Farms are our labels. So we have some of that charcuterie right here. We have some copa, pate, some foie gras, a little more adventurous, and some assortment of some local Wisconsin cheeses, a lot of award-winning cheeses we have on the boards here.
You know, charcuteries have become such a big thing over the years.
They really have.
You know, it's fun to be able to showcase that. All right, what do we have here in the middle?
This is really dynamite dish. It's actually vegetarian. We can go vegan with this as well. It's a vol au vent.
Ooh, that's fancy.
It is fancy. It's a very classic French dish. You have your little puff pastry shell. We shop the farmer's market every Wednesday and Saturday. We pick all this beautiful produce. A little curry sauce to finish here.
Oh, yum.
Yeah, it's really, really tasty, nice and rich and light at the same time. And just finish that with some fresh flowers, a little bit of cashew crumble here. That's one of my favorites on the menu. And then, of course, you always want to finish with something sweet.
You gotta have the sweet treat.
Yeah. This is also one of my personal favorites. It's a caramel profiterole. Profiterole is like a classic Wisconsin cream puff almost, a little fancier.
We love that here in the Badger State, right?
Yes, yeah, hence why it's on our menu. So we have a caramel sauce on the base of the plate. We make this little choux paste. It's little puffs in the center, nice crust on the outside. We dip that in caramel, some pecans, and we finish that with an Amish maple ice cream.
I'm intrigued.
Yes.
I really am. You know, talk about Restaurant Week. This is such a special time for you, and you had mentioned, you know, obviously you need the community support to be able to keep doing what you're doing.
Absolutely, yes, especially post-pandemic here. You know, restaurants are still kind of recovering, so coming out and giving us your support is hugely appreciated. You get to try so many different restaurants across the Madison area. You get to try different experiences, really great price points, great value there. So it's a really amazing week to come try us out, and of course a lot of our peers around the Madison area.
All right, well, Chef Dan, as always, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate your time. Can't wait to dig in. You can check out the menus for yourself right now by clicking this link at channel3000.com. Again, Restaurant Week runs until Friday. So I was supposed to have that little profiterole thing for you guys, and I went to the freezer moments ago, and it's gone.
Somebody ate it?
Somebody ate it!
It's a sign it's really good, right?
Oh my
Somebody ate
gosh.
it. I'd love to say it was me and I got to enjoy it, but it wasn't.
Are you sure it wasn't you?
I promise, I swear.
I feel like everyone could relate. Like sometimes you put something in there and it's
In
like,
the work
okay,
fridge.
who took my lunch? Like, Oh well.
Well, you know whoever ate it is going to be like, well, there wasn't a sign on it.
Yeah.
It was just...
I thought it was free.
So don't say it and try to give you a little sweet treat.
I appreciate it.
I tried.
Appreciate the effort.
Looks
Somebody
amazing.
else took advantage of it.
Josh
He
Breyer.
gives us enough.
Yeah, you do. Thank you very much for
You
all
bet.
of your snaps.
I try.
Don't forget to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media or email him for a chance to be featured.
Stay with us. The morning sprint is ahead.
First, though, we want to say happy birthday to Kaya and all the kiddos turning 3 today. Happy birthday. Thanks for celebrating with us. We'll be right back.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
What do we always say, son? Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
They only pay for what you need.
That's my boy.
Stay off the freeways.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Want a tighter, flatter tummy and the hottest deal of the year? Then check out new Ab EX from Sono Bello.
After my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me self-conscious.
Emotionally, it was really sad. Feeling good up here, but you look down and you don't.
After having my babies, it went in different direction. From here, it went to here, and I just couldn't get rid of that.
Introducing Ab EX from Sono Bello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
I got the tummy tuck results without the tummy tuck downtime.
And I finally got the flat stomach I wanted.
I'm able to get back in my size 8 jeans. I feel sexy. I feel confident.
But it feels good to feel good and look good.
Schedule your free no-obligation consultation now and find out how to get your dream body on your budget with our best offer of the year. Call or go to sonobello.com and get exclusive access to our employee-only pricing.
I'm here for
your annual eye exam.
Because I'm having trouble reading. Exactly.
They sort of make me feel
like I'm the most fabulous thing you've ever seen?
Exactly.
I'll take them.
Special report.
Spectrum brings us Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are!
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and 1 free line of unlimited mobile with no contract. Call 1-833-743-4999.
The Coopers here just got Spectrum One. Why did you switch?
With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection. Look, with Spectrum Internet, I can stream Spectrum News across all our devices.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats, keeping our family and devices safe and secure.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
And it includes nationwide 5G.
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and 1 free line of unlimited mobile with the fastest wireless speeds. Call 1-833-743-4999 or visit a Spectrum store today.
I think my journey with starting the Latin hip hop class, it creates a lot of self-confidence. Just come to the classes. Do it for yourself, because I can talk all I want about how great this class is, but once you go there, something changes with yourself. You feel like you're on top of the world. The energy is infectious. Once you're in that class, you're just addicted to go back. You want to see, where else can I push myself? I want to just be better. Together we can, for a better tomorrow.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
6:53, time for the morning sprint.
We're learning more about the victim and the suspect in this weekend shooting on Madison's south side. A father and a son got into an argument. The father pulled out a gun and shot his 25-year-old son, killing him. The 65-year-old is in the Dane County Jail. He is now facing charges of first-degree intentional homicide.
The state getting millions in funding to fight the opioid epidemic, and the Dane County Board wants to use some of that to help those seeking treatment. Some members of the community say that there needs to be more harm reduction measures, though, like safe use sites. With the Department of Human Services and the county starting to make their budget for next year, they'll continue asking for the community's input.
The Monona Waterfront Makeover is in its beginning stages. At a meeting last night, the design team outlined a detailed plan to transform Olin Park, Community Bridge, Lake Lounge, and Law Park. The city's now asking for the community to weigh in yet again with suggestions to the makeover design.
Testimony now underway in the Green Bay murder trial of Taylor Shaw Business. She is facing 3 charges in the death of Shad Thyron. who was killed in February last year. Myron's mother was among the witnesses called to testify yesterday. The trial could go in 2 phases. The first, whether she is guilty of the charges, then whether Shaw Business suffered from a mental disease or defect.
A former Wisconsin prosecutor will serve 18 months in prison after a judge found him guilty of secretly recording sexual encounters. Former Burnett County District Attorney Daniel Steffen was sentenced on 3 counts of capturing an intimate representation. The DOJ started investigating him back in 2020. That's when a witness said he offered leniency in exchange for sex.
We now know the identities of 2 people killed in a crash on East Washington. Authorities say 68-year-old Bradley Huve and 20-year-old Alexis Arias died in Saturday night's crash. Investigators say Arias hit Huve with his motorcycle. Witnesses said they saw Arias driving recklessly.
Multiple businesses in Green Bay will be closed for several days after a violent crash. You're taking a look at the aftermath. Officers responded to the Main Street Commons Sunday night after a minivan crashed into the building. Part of the building collapsed, injuring the 2 inside. They are expected to be okay, though.
Rows and rows of airplanes back in Oshkosh for EAA Air Venture. 600,000 people from all over the world are expected to attend. It started yesterday. It'll continue through the week, ending on Sunday. The main attraction this year is the Boeing Dreamlifter and a chance to talk to U.S. Air Force personnel and see their aircraft.
All right, good morning. 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock. A mild start to the morning. 69 just jumped up a few degrees over the last hour. 69 in Madison, 66 in Janesville. You're going to notice that humidity today. A lot of sunshine for the morning hours. Just a few clouds rolling in as we get into the afternoon. But it's going to be a hot one as temperatures approach 90 degrees, and that humidity will make it feel like the low 90s. So it's going to be a hot one. We do have some rain in our forecast. It looks like that'll roll through tomorrow morning. Pretty good chance of some showers and storms that should roll through during the morning hours. Then we should clear up during the afternoon. As you plan your day, just count on some heat with sunshine this morning, partly sunny skies this afternoon. Temperatures near 90. Good chance for some morning showers and storms. Temperatures near 90. That heat index, though, in the low to mid 90s tomorrow. 95 expected Thursday. That'll be the peak heating day of the week. Heat index could be up close to 100 before tailing off going into the upcoming weekend.
Plenty of chances for rain. Any washouts, you think?
It looks like tomorrow morning we do have a pretty good shot of seeing some pretty good downpours.
Kelly, thank you.
Another news and weather update coming up in 30 minutes.